Okay, for this week's free pick, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to give you any specific trigger prices again. Every once in a while, we'll see a good setup, like we did on MI last week. Remember, we called this above 752, somewhere around here, and it had a real nice pop for several days in a row, actually. But today, the market's been weak for actually, since the intraday reversal on the Fed announcement on Wednesday. It reversed intraday, and then today we had some more weakness. So what we're doing, here's our strategy for tomorrow. Well, incidentally, let me talk about real quick. One way we handled it today, going into in the pre-market session this morning, I told our members I'm interested in the inverses again. We've been ignoring these because the market's been too strong. The three we follow are QID, EEV, and SDS. I'll just focus on QID to show you what we did today, but I said they might work today following our strategy. And using our strategy on QID today, the trigger was 2270 to buy it. So, well, let me zoom in. I'll use like 15s here. The entry call was 2270, which is right about where my arrow is here. Worst case stop below this first candle here, 2257. So it was only a 13-cent risk. And from the 2270 entry all the way up to 2355. So a real nice trade, even though the market was weak. And we'll be watching QID. Here's the daily. We'll be watching QID, EEV, and SDS. Those are the three we follow. Be watching those again tomorrow, only for low-risk entries. QID. Well, they all three complied today. So many of our traders in our live chat room did well on the inverses today. For tomorrow, here's some charts. And now these are, I can't give you specific entries because we don't know them yet. It depends how the market opens. It depends how these things trade early. But what we're looking for on most of these bounce plays are intraday reversals or a narrow range and then a break if it's early high. But we're going to let these all trade for at least 30 minutes. So we may not trade any of these. But some of these that we're watching for a possible bounce. So these might be long plays. We will follow up tomorrow night or sometime this weekend with a video to show you what we did with them. But just a few charts that we are looking for a possible bounce. AMSC. I didn't mean to do CI, but CIT, this is a little bit different because it's been very strong, and then a couple lower volume light days, and this is very near a breakout. So CIT is one of the stronger ones we're watching, not a normal bounce play. Most of these bounce plays are because they've been hit so hard, like AMSC, MYGN, almost looks like a waterfall here, falling off a cliff. Continental Airlines, that's another one that's stronger on the daily chart and has had a few-day pullback. It's not one of those that we're looking for a bounce because it's been killed. KERX is another one of these lower-priced biotechs, gapped up on huge volume the other day, but then put in two red candles. Possible bounce play candidate there. Starbucks is another one, very strong lately and then kind of rolled over for a few days in a row. So I'm always interested in the ones that have been strong lately. If the market shows any strength, those ones will work well. If the market's fairly weak, we might catch a bounce on some of these other ones that are really weak, several days in a row. UNH is one of them. CI I don't even have on the watch list, but another healthcare stock down several days in a row. MCO, straight down. I mean, it looks like it fell off a cliff there. We'll be watching that for a possible bounce. Again, none of these are guaranteed, and they might not give us any entry at all. MHP, very weak. So we may play some of these. And then TIBX is interesting on the long side. It was showing some strength in the aftermarket. I don't know if they had earnings or what, but had this one recent pop on the daily to 987. Looks like it's up around 990 in the after hours tonight. So that one will be on watch as well. And we've been watching that one because of its strength lately. So those are some that we're watching. And again, I promise we'll follow up with a video and show you how we handled some of these. But market's been too weak for the last couple days to give you any kind of clear-cut trigger price like we did with MI last week. So trade smart, and we'll follow up with a video. And have a great weekend, and we'll talk to everybody soon.